Hi, this is Susie. I made this card and we're going to do a tutorial and I'm going to show you guys how I made it. I used the new stamp set by Fawn, and this is the Snow Cool set of the dies and the stamp set. Okay, and let me give you your measurements first. Okay, so again, this is the card, and I just love it. I think it turned out so cute. And there you can get a little bit view of that, and then of the little snow, 3D snow glitter on the top. Alright. Okay, so I'll put that off to the side. I'm going to give you your measurements first and go over what supplies that I used. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna start with a 4 1/4 by 6 card base, and I just did it in white. The cool thing about this card pattern is you use almost one full sheet of white paper, and it really cuts down on the amount of supplies that you need because it only takes one full sheet for the whole card of the white base. And then this piece here of the blue is a 4 by, let's see, 5 3/4 by 4 inch piece. And your piece is going to be a little bigger than mine. This is what I had, so I'll show you a little trick of mine that I do, like if you don't have a piece that's quite big enough to fit what you're doing. Okay, so, and then these two pieces are your other two pieces cut with the other part of the white cardstock. This one, the bigger one, is you want to start your curve here about 4 inches. So this is going to be a 4 inch by 4 inch piece once you've cut it. So just lay your die on the paper and then measure it down 4 inches, and that'll be perfect. It's not exact, so if you're a little bit off or whatever, it's not going to be a big deal. It just means your snowbanks will be a little offset differently than what mine are. Excuse me. And this one is going to be 3 by 4, same thing. Start at your highest point of your hill or snowbank or curved die and measure down. And this is going to be 3 inches down by 4 inches across. Okay, and then with your scraps of the white paper, you'll cut your snowflake dies, and these are the snowflake dies that I used. And I'll have in the description box below where I got these. I wanted to also let you know, let's see, I have it written down here. Okay, I paid $1.79 with free shipping for these snowflake dies. I found some of the most inexpensive dies I've ever seen, and I'm telling you, they're excellent quality. I have not had one problem at all with any of them. They are just as nice as any other die I have ever bought. So like I said, these 3 come in a set, and it was $1.89 for them with free shipping. And then these are the 4 curved dies that I bought. and they're stitched, which I just love, and it's a very popular look right now. So it comes in a 4-piece. Oops, let me scoot that up just a little bit. It comes in a 4-piece. I used this curvy one and this curvy one for my snowbanks. And you're not going to believe this price. I paid $2.99 for these dies with free shipping. Unbelievable. I did order them from China. It did take approximately 2 to 3 weeks for them to get here. So if you're wanting them for Christmas, get your order in soon. But like I said, these were $2.99, and the nice thing about these is you can use these for hills too, not just snowbanks. So I mean, and just doing curvy lines too. I mean, so there's a lot of uses that you'll be able to use these for throughout the whole year. But anyhow, so I got those. And I searched online quite a bit, and these were the best prices on these exact dies that I got. And I will have, and I also went on and checked to make sure that they still had these available, and they do. So get in while the getting's good. Alright, okay, so sorry. And I'm also going to be, oh, real quick, I wanted to talk to you about something else. I was looking online for alcohol markers, and I came across these alcohol markers, and they were coming from China. However, the place that I ordered them from are based, well, if you order, okay, let me start over, sorry. There are the sets before the ones that I bought. Okay, they have a touch 5 markers, alcohol markers, and then mine that I ordered are touch 7. To my knowledge, you can only get the touch 7 in the full 218 piece set, the same set that I bought. And oops, I'm sorry, I guess I better fix that. Anyways, but I got, oh, hang on, sorry guys, I need to adjust this just a little bit. There we go. Okay. I got 200 and I believe it was 18 alcohol markers, and I paid $125, I believe, and that included shipping and handling. And I'll have the description below on the ones that I bought also. But the touch, okay, so the ones I got are the touch 7, but the touch 5, which is the couple of series ago, is the same exact ink, just the shape of the pens is a little bit different. But and of course the touch 7, I would assume the reason why I bought them that way anyway was because I assumed that the ink was probably a little fresher in the pens, and that's why I bought the big set of the touch 7. But they don't have touch 7 written on them. Here, I'll show you the pen right here. Here's one of them, and it says touch soft head. You can find them online by either looking for touch 7 or touch soft head. They also have the touch 5s, which is again the same ink. It's just a couple series ago on the pen. The pen shape is a little different, but they blend beautifully. I have Copic, I have Spectrum Noir, and Prismacolor alcohol markers, and they are just as nice as any of those that I have found personally. That's my personal opinion. I'm super impressed with them. I can't tell you how happy I am with these markers. But anyways, so they're really nice, and they're so much less expensive. Like they have a 60-piece set of the Touch 5 for 35 bucks. And it literally took about 4 days for them to get here. And I cannot believe how fast they came. I bought those for a gift for someone. But anyways, I literally cannot believe how fast they came. They shipped those out of California. So if you order the Touch 5, you can get them in super fast. And I will leave in the description box below the markers that I bought. You can get these in a black pen or a white pen. It's the same exact pen, it's just the case is different color. I like the white better, so I ordered the white. But anyway, I can't believe how nice these are, seriously. And I'm going to be coloring the little guy that we're doing on the card with these, so you guys will get to see them yourselves on, you know, how they color and whatnot. Anyways, alrighty, well, I'm going to pause this just for a minute and get set up to get started putting this together, and I'll be right back. Hello. Okay, so we're going to take the blue piece of paper and the snow stamp and just even that up between the two sides best you can. And then we're going to ink up with Versamark embossing ink, and then we're going to emboss it with Stampendous. It's called Sparkle Puff, and it is such a super cool embossing powder because it literally like puffs up when you use it, and it looks like snow. It is so cool. There it is right there. And I inked it up a couple different times with my Misty that I just love, and has saved me so much time and money from not wasting projects that I messed up on. But anyhow, so we're going to heat emboss that. And then you guys can see how cool it is. I did have a hard time finding it. I will let you know if you go to look for it online. It wasn't easy to find. I did finally find one on eBay, but literally the one that I bought was the only one I could find. So hopefully if you guys go to look for it, it's not too hard for you guys to find it, because it is really, really, really cool. Okay, well, I want to share the type of paper I'm using with the alcohol markers. It's the Hammermill Color Copy Digital Cover Weight. It is 100 pound, and this paper works so great with the alcohol markers. I just love it, and it took me a while to find it, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and stamp the little guy and his bow tie with Memento tuxedo black ink and onto the Hammermill paper. And the nice thing about the Misty is you can restamp it however many times you need to get a nice crisp, clear image. I love this tool so much. I can't tell you guys how much I like it. Okay. Alright, now we're going to color. You guys can check out these Touch 7 markers that I got. And I just think they're amazing. They're so nice. So we're using CG1, CG3, and CG5 for the lighter color on his tummy. I'm going to cover the whole centerpiece with the CG 0.5. Okay, so I'm going to cover the whole center of the tummy with the CG 0.5. And then I'm going to go in with the CG3 around the edges there. And then the CG1. Blend that out. And then I'll go back in with the 0.05 and blend it all out. Okay. Now we're going to do the black part of the little penguin. And we're going to do CG3 first. All over the whole area. And then we're going to go in with the CG7 around the edges. And there, and just under his wing. And the bottoms of his feet. And then we're going to go in with the CG5. Okay, sorry about that. My video had shut off. What I did was I went in with the CG3 and I blended that all out with the CG3 marker. And now we're going to do the hat. And I have 3 different shades of red, light, medium, and a dark. I'll have the information in the description box which ones I used. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the medium red, and I'm going to leave white there in a few places. I'm going to go in with the darker shade and put in some little bit here and there. And now in with the orangey red, I'm going to fill in all those areas. Then I'm going to go back in and blend it out some more. Now to the orangey red again, and putting in those highlights. And I'm going to do the bow very much the same way. I'm going to go in with the medium shade of red. And you can't tell, but I left the center and sides of the bow with no ink. And then I'm going to go in with that orangey and fill in those areas that I didn't before. And this in person is so much prettier even than the image on here. Alrighty. So now I'm going to go on with this mint blue, and coming from the back side of the snowflake, I'm just going to go around the edges and into the little holes and whatnot. And I did all of the little snowflakes this way. That way they pop when they're on the page and it's just not white on white, if you know what I mean. So anyhow. And then I'm also going to use that same blue. There we go. And I'm going to use it on the snowbanks coming from the backside again. I'm just going to put in a little bit of a shadow on both of them. And on the smaller of the two snowbanks, I used a double-sided foam tape, and then on the larger of the two, I just did a double-sided tape so that it's flat to the card. And I did that because I'm going to have one of the snowflakes in between the top layer and the blue layer, and that way it laid flat. I'm going to go in and stamp the sentiment on the smaller snowbank piece, and it says "Let It Snow" with a little exclamation mark. And I didn't realize it, but I hadn't cleaned my stamp real well, evidently, and I left a little mark on the paper. But I go in here with the eraser, and it really does a really good job getting most of it off of there. And then at the end, I'll go in with a little white gel pen and get it off of there. I went ahead and stamped it off screen because I wanted to make sure it was going to cover up those smudge areas, and it did. It between the eraser and the white gel pen at the end, you don't even see it anymore. Okay, so I go ahead and stamp this one more time, and then I'm just going to, while the ink is still wet, put some clear embossing powder over it, and then heat emboss that. I don't remember the brand name of it. I got it from Joann's in a big set with a bunch of different colors. Okay, so just showing here what it looks like with the clear embossing on it. Just gives it a little bit of shine. Okay, so I did the double-sided foam tape on the smaller side with the sentiment, and then just double-sided sticky tape on the larger piece of the snowbank. So I didn't have a big enough piece of the blue, so I'm going to put it at the top because the other layers are going to cover it up, so nobody will ever know that my paper was a little bit short. Just getting that lined up evenly. And then I'm going to put the largest of the two snowbanks on, and this one, like I said, is just a double-sided sticky tape on it. Alright, so I'm just going to line that up evenly, making sure to cover up my blue as best I can. And now just pull the sticky off the big piece of foam I put on there, and I'm just going to even that up with the other white piece of paper at the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to put the snowflakes on, and I'm using a matte Mod Podge to adhere my snowflakes, and you do have to hold it for a second or two, but really not very long. You just make sure that it's got even pressure everywhere, holding all of the parts flat. And that's what I'm doing there, is just holding it down. And literally just seconds, and it stays. Alright, well, I need to let my doggy in. I will be right back, guys. Sorry. Alrighty, so I'm just gluing on the snowflakes. Hold them down for a couple seconds, and they're good to go. I love the fine tip applicator. It is so nice. Super happy with it. Glad that I got them. And now I'm going to take the orange color and color in his little beak that I forgot. And I popped him up on foam dots or foam squares, and then had his little feet up on the edge, and I put his little bow tie on a little foam dot too, which I subsequently took off after the video because I didn't like it and just glued it down. I like that a lot better. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.